the next PNP government intends to move Jamaica in the right direction.
Hello, JPU family. Welcome to another episode of Jamaica Politics Uncovered. An exciting episode, might I add, based on the quality of the program tonight. So, if you are just joining this platform for the first time, welcome. And if you are a returning subscriber, welcome back. Guys, let me just see who is here so far. Big up all of the people in the chat. Big up our side, JPU family. Let me see if the moderator is here so far. Moderator soon come. We can always rely on our moderator to be here, even if he's running a little late. Big up all of our friends in Jamaica, over in the US, over in Europe. Big up everybody. Moderator, welcome. Thank you so much for joining. You live long, as we would say. Let me see. Guys, there's a live goal over here tonight. If you want to make a contribution, that would be fine. Thank you, Andrea, so much. And thank you for being a part of our platform. So, guys, there's an event. I just got some information as I was coming on the program. There's an event tonight over in St. Catherine. And people are not happy about it. This gentleman that passed away recently, Vincent Edwards, member of the PNP, they're having like a lecture about his life and so forth. And some key persons did not show up, but I'll talk to you about that shortly. Anyway, as you can see in the topic here, I'm going to tell you the reason why PJ Patterson is not helping the PNP, but rather laughing at the PNP. And I'm also going to tell you why Vibes Kartel and Popcaan cannot help Mark Golding, and by extension cannot help the People's National Party. It was reported earlier that this lady here, Danai's daughter, Danishka Williams, got the endorsement of Popcaan and Kartel. And I'm like, how is this news? You know, that's not anything significant. But I will get into that in a little while and give my comment on it. So guys, let me see. Yeah, that's where we're gonna start tonight. And like I said, if you're just joining this platform for the first time, welcome. And if you want to hit the like button and share the live, that is greatly appreciated too. So, what an interesting week, guys. Today is what, Saturday, yeah? Happy Sabbath to everybody who celebrate the Sabbath. Very interesting week, and I anticipate more interesting days ahead as we wind down to the election here in just a few months. So, we could get started, because you know we don't like to delay. I hope that you all checked out the upload that I did this morning for you, where Emily Shields spoke to Dayton Campbell, and he actually confirmed the allegations. Most of the allegations that were made by Lawrence Rowe. I honestly was expecting Dayton or the PNP to come out and categorically state that every single thing Lawrence Rowe said is a lie. But to my surprise, when Dayton Campbell was asked these questions by Emily Shields, he admitted that yes, we discussed Senate seat appointment and board appointment, and yes, I shared this information with him and communicated via WhatsApp. So the only thing that he denied was that he didn't offer or open the door to any offer of 15 million. I don't believe him. I don't believe anything the PNP says. I don't believe anything Dayton Campbell in particular says. So right now, to me, I believe that Lawrence Rowe told the truth when he spoke about the promises that they made him and trying to offer him $50 million to walk away in silence. I believe all of it, okay? So if you haven't watched that upload, guys, please do. Also, if you were not here last night, I encourage you to watch the live broadcast last night, where a very unprecedented and shocking moment took place in our parliament, where psychiatrist and Senator, JLP Senator, Mr. Fire Longmore, stood on the Senate floor and said that based on her expertise, based on her life experiences, she does not believe that Mark Golding is capable or has the mental capacity to make good decisions as Prime Minister of Jamaica. And who better fit to say this than a psychiatrist? And she came to that conclusion based on Golding and the photograph you're looking at on the left, where he held up shackles beside a black man in Jamaica. A photograph that you will not see anywhere else in the world in the year 2024 or 25. But the PNP felt that this was funny and they laughed at it and they planned it. And it turned out to be a catastrophe. If you didn't see it, let me just show you the video real quick. And then I encourage you to go and check out that upload. Here goes, guys.
The longest black democracy in Jamaica, in the world, should not have the possibility of that image being found. The possibility, whatever made him make that decision to do that, it causes me to question his capacity to make decisions as a leader. I am not talking about skin color. I'm not talking about the fact that he was playing a skit to remove the shackles of the God. No. This is the image that is embedded, that is there now for the world, for every generation. Can you imagine this now? We are going fully into being a republic. And this would be, or the possibility thereof, and this would be the image that we would have of our Prime Minister. Mr. President, in knowing ourselves, we must know who we have at the helm of leadership. And I want each and every one of you over there to look at that and without any form of explanation, relate to your children that is your leader? No. And so, Mr. President, I have incited a response because I am hitting truth.
Yes, guys. You know, one of the things that I always say where politics is concerned is that when there is threat facing nations and when it is time to go and stand up for and rally for causes, women have always been on the front line of it, right? And like I said, I have been speaking about this all along, about the mental fitness of Mark Golding. I mean, I tried my best not to sound too harsh, but as a student of psychology, I know that a white man who would hold up a shackle over a black man's head in today's world and society, there has to be something wrong with him on a clinical level. And it took a woman to stand in Jamaica's parliament and say that openly, confidently. None of the men in there said it. They were afraid to say it, I don't know. But she said it, and I highly respect her for that, because she is taking the responsibility, not just as a professional, but as a public servant, to tell the people of Jamaica, this is not normal, this is not right, and when you put these people in charge of economies, finances, your country can crash. Pretty simple. All right. So I put up this post today in regards to what Dr. Longmore said. I have always had faith in the Jamaican people, and I really do. And I am so pleased that psychiatrist Senator Dr. Sophia Longmore took the decision, responsibility to explain to the Jamaican people from the Senate floor the danger this opposition poses to Jamaica with a leader who exercises extremely poor judgment. I have been saying this for 4 years, that the things this opposition do should be of grave concern to the Jamaican people. I have used strong words like reckless and dangerous, yes, when describing the leadership of this opposition. People who behave reckless and dangerous should not lead a country or be given certain powers. They should not be in charge of economies and finance ministries. How they recruit the worst among us to fabricate lies against others, to endanger their safety, lives, reputation, and livelihood. This sort of behavior is not in keeping with people of sound mind. I rest my case. We're not stupid over here, now, people. And we must never be afraid to stand up for a country, whether we're male or female. So that's what happened yesterday. Now, let me get into the meat of the matter of tonight's program. And I'm going to tell you why PJ Patterson is not helping the PNP as it burns to the ground. PJ Patterson, a man who won the most elections in his time, in his prime of politics. PJ Patterson took over the People's National Party after his leader became ill and went into retirement. And ever since PJ Patterson took over the PNP, who touted itself as a democratic socialist party, or rather a party who craft policies and the ideology of democratic socialism, which is a policy that caters to the masses with social policies. And it's pretty much what we see Andrew Wall is doing right now. Social housing program, freeing up education for the masses, and many other things. So Michael Manley departed politics and the party and handed it over to PJ Patterson. And guys, I am not going to be the one to explain to you whether PJ and Michael Manley had any issues or conflict. I'm not about to get into all of that. But there seems to be something that PJ is holding against the PNP, where when he got what he wanted out of the People's National Party, it was of no more use to him. He didn't have that same valor that he had when he was winning elections and calling the shots. He lost the passion. And as a grown man, as an elder statesman, oldest prime minister living in Jamaica, when you see the condition with the PNP in, people ask themselves, how come PJ not say nothing? How is it that PJ is not, as a smart man that we know him to be? I think that PJ Patterson, well-read, well-studied, well-traveled individual, understand the world. He's on cheer and he's chairperson for all different kind of sitting in the Caribbean region, even after retirement. Was still a member of the Privy Council until recently. You know, he's very Afrocentric and all of them something there. Farmer, lawyer, all of them something there. And to see the condition with the PNP in right now, you don't hear PJ coming out and saying, listen, I am going to call up Peter Phillips, the farmer leader. And we're going to have a discussion about the condition of the party because the party is dying. The party is dying. You put people in there who are not mentally competent, which is obvious to people who are not even experts in mental health or mental behavior. And it gets to a point now where you have a psychiatrist standing in the parliament saying, listen, these people are not normal. Their behavior is very abnormal. You can't have these reckless, dangerous people in your government. So it begs the question, how PJ can get out there and tell the comrades them, say, support Mark, work with Mark Golan, walk with your wife. Mark Golan is a roots man. PJ is live from the pit of hell. And I wonder, can one man be so disingenuous at this stage in his life? Because as we get older, we don't give a crap about offending people with the truth anymore. We just tell the truth. Okay? And PJ has nothing to lose. He already served him time as Prime Minister. He already have the respect for the most part of those who support the PNP and all of them something here. So what does he have to lose? Under PJ Patterson's leadership, this whole democratic socialism, I love the poor, I care for the poor, went out the window. And if you don't believe me, ask this man here, Ronald Thwaites. Ronnie Thwaites said, biggest transfer of wealth from the poor to the rich, or the trying to the rich, or the entrepreneurship of the country to the rich happened under PJ Patterson's leadership of the People's National Party. Yes, it's true. That is when you saw the bunting and the goaling came into the politics of the PNP and started using money because they made so much of the party. So they had a little to play with. So they used the money that they got from the PNP under PJ's leadership to do what they want within the party, and nobody could talk to them. I remember one time there was an article published by the Observer where it said comrades are pissed. They said that the party only caters to a few well-connected. Yeah, the people spoke out. They weren't talking about PJ alone. They were talking about Golan and Bunting because they know how much money they had been making of the party with Omar Davis funneling money to them from our finance ministry, our people, our demise, the meltdown, everything. The people knew what was happening. And so they said it in their meetings. So this is the disaster that started happening to the Jamaican people and the People's National Party under the PJ Patterson regime. So when I say to you guys that the JLP is leading or winning, they are. And the man who can make a difference in the PNP in telling them that this is wrong what you are doing, you cannot have a man who is not demonstrating mental competency leading the party. You can't have that happen. You just can't. And PJ will not do it. PJ sees that the party is heading to its demise. Whenever your PJ come say anything negative toward Andrew Holness or the JLP, answer me in the comments, guys. Maybe uno see it and me not see it. Don't tell me in the comments and tell the people them. The 800 odd people them where they pan here. Guys, hit up the like button for me, please. Wanna tell the people them if you ever hear PJ Patterson saying anything negative with all of the corruption where them are talk about against Andrew Holness. Wanna ever hear PJ Patterson come out and say them something there? No. He hasn't said it. The only thing PJ has ever said to the Prime Minister of Jamaica is that he and Golan should find consensus and take Jamaica to republic status. That's all he said. He has never gone after the government on policies. He has never gone after the government on matters of integrity. He has not said that. The only thing I heard PJ said regarding to the PNP and its burning to the ground. I have the video. I don't know why I didn't bring it here tonight, but I'll show it to you another time. Where when he told Golden he needs to walk with his wife, PJ said, I see what's going on social media, and I never know that comrades can cuss comrades. So that's all he said. He never say him calling a meeting with Peter Phillips. Them same have issues with Peter Phillips from Michael Manley time and Rary. I don't know. I'm not gonna get into all of that. But him never say, you know, the party is gonna die if you keep doing this, or we need some immediate intervention, or, you know, what Mark Golden and Peter Bunting did in the sabotage of the party, it's not sustainable. They need to be expelled, you know, things like that. I have heard KD Knight come out and encourage Peter Phillips to expel Bunting from the party. Even though KD Knight turn around and be a hypocrite, basically, because he's not supporting Golden and Bunting in their leadership. But he came out when they signed the letter to the Governor General to remove Peter Phillips. KD Knight came out and encouraged Peter Phillips to act by expelling them. So PJ, I think, is enjoying the spectacle of what he helped to create in the PNP. He got what he needed out of it. The pension, the recognition, the name, being written down in history. He got what he wanted out of it. He has no more use for the PNP. And therefore, he'll laugh. He'll sit aside and watch the demise. He will watch the JLP leading and watch his party devour each other and crash and burn. He won't write letters. He won't say anything about it. He got what he wanted out of it. It's unfortunate. Very unfortunate. Now, let me just say something about this thing about Danai daughter, Danishka Williams. Then put her for running a seat. I don't know whose idea that was or what inspired that. I don't know how one is qualified to sit in a seat or whatever. And I don't give a shit when I speak. So if there's anybody over here that's connected to her or anybody connected to her and you want to go tell her that JPU was talking, I don't give a shit. I dare one of them to step to me and question anything I say over here. You thrust yourself in politics, you are going to be talked about. That's how it works. If you don't want anybody talking about you, get the hell out of here. Okay? We're not frightened for people over here, so. And when in a group up and sit down and try to bring them out to people or about people, but you don't have the guts to say that crap publicly, listen, nobody can PH me and nobody can chat to me because I'm not frightened for girl and boy. I ain't a girl or boy lick me, I lick them back. Okay? Now, I see the Loop published one something where say Danishka Williams got the endorsement of Kartel and Popcaan. I have to laugh at them. I said to myself, say then look at out. You know them at time, yeah. When you should be going into politics with endorsements that matter. Last week or week before last, I see them keep Kartel show. One month I suck your mother, me hear Popcaan come up on the stage, come down. Tell the people them about them mother and all kind of something. And yes, Vybz Kartel, a lot of people still feel like Vybz Kartel unalive lizard. Okay? And some people just don't have any respect for him. But to avoid the controversy or to avoid people looking at you as somebody who don't have no quality on them thing, you want to stay away from certain endorsements. Just like if me are going to politics right now, I don't want Bunting endorse me. I don't want Dayton camera. I don't want Mark Golden. I don't want Me don't want, me don't want a certain endorsement. You understand? No, she now as a young woman, and I call her young woman because I think she's probably 30 or close to it. You're going into politics, you're making your political debut. You want to have endorsements of people who are charitable, people in academia, people who are experienced in certain expertise, you know, community servants, you know, things. Those are the endorsements that you want. I don't understand why everybody's going after dancehall endorsements. Like, you guys, you and your politics, it's so nonsensical. It is so outdated. You know, like, what is wrong with you people? You think say having a dancer, a bounty killer. Look here, you can't give Skeng, the local DJ there, you can't give Skeng 150. What in 150? I don't want this what do you think? You can't give Skeng 250 US for an endorsement. Like, seriously. When you go try them, as some know say them man experience, you know, them even have the basics of life experiences. If you want endorsement, maybe if you did ask me if you want endorsement. The only thing they can say me face, I'm a rank, I'm a cuss people, I'm a talk the truth. But you know what? I am also a women's activist. I am also a professional, and nobody can chat to me. You hear? So better you did ask me if you an endorsement. But when you go for Kartel endorsement, I have to go for Popcaan endorsement. What are you telling people who support you want? What you tell them say? You're popular? You'll never be as popular as Kartel or Popcaan. And some people don't even want that kind of popularity. You're going into public service. You're going into being a public servant. If you want to be popular, go raise $100,000 and cook some food and go feed the homeless people in your constituency or the people who may be less fortunate. You want to, you know, help some children get some tablets. And them look something there. If you want popularity, my love, and I say you get popularity. You know get popularity by aligning yourself with people who go up on stage front of the whole national stadium and tell man go suck them mama, and people where, you understand? You're not ready for prime time, man. I just the truth. You're not ready for prime time. You understand? You better you did beg your father want endorsement. I can't bother with you know. I don't know what I want to take Jamaica politics for. I don't know. But as me say, you're not ready for prime time. Me read some of the comments them over here, some people. Oh, Jesus. Wait there. Good night, everybody. If you just are coming, please hit up the like button. And there's a live goal. If you want to make a contribution to it, that's fine. And if you want to share the content, guys, that is a good way to get information out there by sharing the content. Crystal Tomlinson used Beanie Man and she still end up losing. I don't understand, guys. Maybe Uno can explain to me why is it that over the last 4 years we see everybody in the politics are run up in a dancehall artists. Me don't understand. Like, why would you do that? You know how many people in Jamaica who you can get endorsement from and make sense and fit for what you are trying to do? If you're going into entertainment and them something, then all right, maybe. Hold on, let me take that call here, guys. Hello, good night, you're live.
Yeah, how you doing? I'm a Jamaican like you, right?
Yes, you're live, you know, you're live.
You're my first talking to you, right?
Okay.
Let us start with the politics, so we know. I used to live in Harborview, 114 Southern Court.
Talk up, look louder. Talk up, look louder.
Yeah, man. In Harborview,
yeah.
Harborview and Moonlight and Manville were the clean place, right?
Mm-hmm.
When Mr. Charlton was there, I see Mr. Charlton, he was a public work truck. He washed the streets of Manville. And look at the condition of Manville. Bunting coming, and the first killing take place in a campaign of him. My campaign against Peter Patterson, but Westmoreland man dead because the man was supporting. We don't want them type of people You know what is the problem in Jamaica?
Mm-hmm.
You know what the problem?
Yeah.
We have too much Jamaican. We have too much labor right and too much PNP and less Jamaican. Right? We don't have no talk show, man. We don't have no we call it like much turkeys and man in Jamaica again, you know. We all have this talk show. Right? We don't have no journalists. Motive what them have be no motive would never put up with it. Motive will call them out. Alright?
Yeah, so where you call from? Diaspora or Jamaica?
Man, no man, I'm in South Carolina.
Oh, okay. So you're saying, are you from Manchester?
No, I was born in Kingston, Jubilee Hospital, right?
Oh.
But I have a lot of in Orchard, and then I come to Malvern. When I come to Malvern, 6 o'clock, Malvern is a ghost town. It's clean and nice. You could have walked anytime at night. No, you cannot do it.
So yeah, so the first political killing was going in a bunting, sitting there.
Yes, man. Yeah, then 3 set of people mash up Malvern, you know, and the 3 of them come from Clarendon. They utter them, and the one in Clarendon and Bunty. And the 3 of them come from Manchester. From Clarendon, and I come mash up Malvern. I put Malvern on the state 18 and now. Charlton, they couldn't do it, you know. They could never do it.
So look here, we're bunting ban, a Clarendon in ban, right?
I think a Clarendon in ban, you know.
Oh. Manchester people no deal with destruction, you know.
When you utter them come around, them have one blue they go where they protect and do a kind of something I show it, you know. Yeah.
Oh.
Them are the one who mash up man was so clean and nice to the talker to make the world. Right?
Okay.
And you see them people walk there and Mark Walling. You was one mongrel dog when get hold and you have a puppy behind him.
Yeah.
And in hand of milk, actually that then time.
Okay.
And he do like black people.
Why you say him don't like black people? Why you say him don't like black people?
You can see him movement because Montague as a man hold him, right, at Jamaican. I'm a call him the liquor boy. He call the girl where Andrew get the house at Clarendon place. Right? I call her the liquor girl, the liquor woman. They don't like black people.
Okay.
And they don't realize me, the man will meet 2 MP, the man will and me used to go to the house for pigs parents. And the mother tell me say they must taxi people and man with a big house them and they must move the market and check out Williamsfield. You can't market about Williamsfield, no, they turn up and go. Yeah.
All right, well, thank you.
They don't like black people.
Who?
The boys, they move. The spirit, Dini and Michael, mother.
Oh, okay.
She don't like. I she come from, you know.
Oh, okay.
Them only using people, and I tell you, you're doing a good job with you. You're doing a good job.
Thank you, sir.
You're better than the boss and the all of them. Because the all of them, them not for the country. They want a them party. Them a playing party. You know, I know the country. The party. Them party.
Okay.
Right. And any day they put up the white man back in the power. Julia Robinson tell Cliff, you know, when they lose election, he tell him say anytime they win the next election, they make sure they not come back out of power.
Oh. All right. Well, thank you for calling. I'm glad for the information.
No,
thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Push your fire, same way.
All right. Thank you.
And I'm going to always call you, right?
Yes. All right. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Thank you. I know.
Well, the man just called me Miss Jamaica. Lord Jesus, nobody never called me so yet. You hear what the man say, people? Hunting mash up Manchester. Good Manchester, you know? Jesus have mercy. We in Jamaica have outgrown this descendancy of England and them thing there, right? We know our history, we know which part we have come from, and the majority of us on the island are black people, right? And black people has been disenfranchised on this island for as long as it's been a thing. And it's time now for the black people to lead themselves, right? To where the country is supposed to be. And there was no other person to embody, not just embody that idea, but there was no other person who played on that idea than PJ Patterson. Black man time now. Right? Now let me just categorically state over here, say, just like what Dr. Longmore said yesterday, I don't have no problem with nobody because of them skin color. That is the very least, right? At least we can see a skin color, but we cannot see a heart. So me is about what kind of heart do you have? And what are your characteristics? These are not things that you can, see with the naked eye. You have to really analyze people. So I don't want nobody feel like say me own no opinion say Chuma Golden is a full breed Englishman, mother English, father English, no black person in our whole family generation. Me not have no problem with that. If Mark Golden did come to the people properly and do some things that make sense, and if he was mentally competent, then we would have a competition between him and the Prime Minister. Andrew Wallace is mentally competent. You might not agree with him policy or some of him policy them, but him is mentally competent. Certain things where you see Golden do, him not gonna do that because he's right in his mind. And there's a very clear contrast where that is concerned. Like I said, I'm gonna come back to this real quick. There's a lecture happening. I don't know why they're walking around talking about lecture. Like, who can lecture? Who can they lecture? PNP can't lecture nobody. Like I said on Facebook or social media recently, it's no longer fashionable or cute or cool to be called a comrade or a PNP. It's despicable. It's disgusting. Anyway, the gentleman you're looking at on the screen here, Mr. Vincent Edwards, he passed away recently, and they're having a lecture over there in St. Catherine. And guys, the people in Makosa say Alfred Dawes did not show up. And him don't apologize and him don't say nothing to them. Councillors not show up. It was poorly attended. Let me just show you a few video clips that I received from friends of JPU who are on the ground. They send us these images.
Yeah. And I draw strength from my privilege to have known him, to have worked with him, and to be inspired by him. Comrades, we celebrate a great comrade. Thank you. Thank you, comrade.
That is Mark Golding arriving. Peter Phillips was there. Imani Duncan was there. Like I said, Alfred Dawes, who's supposed to be jockeying to represent the party there, was not present. And the councillors weren't either. The reason why Alfred Dawes was not present, guys, is because Alfred Dawes is not going to win the constituency. Alfred Dawes started getting pushback, serious, severe pushback from them do to Alric what they did to Lawrence Rowe. The people over there told Alfred Dawes to his face, they don't want him. He must go. Him not no manners. Very disrespectful. And they're not willing to work with him. And the party would not listen, and Mark Golding them would not listen because they are classist. Alrica just want to look a youth. Lawrence Rowe just want to look a youth, and them come in and show out all them own Rise United members then show out because of classism. So you say all of who they got joined with Mark Golding and Bunting and think say, yeah, we are riser, we are part of the fabric. They now got this way. Wanna just get the rudest awakening what them do with Lawrence Rowe. Lawrence Rowe is one of the biggest Rise United members and do everything what they tell him to do. When people are talking about undermining Imani, and them tell him to do it. Bunting and Golden them tell him to do it and he do it. So you can't say for them, they have no loyalty to you because you were part of their cult. They're going to look at you based on the class you belong to. So even when the people are resisting and even when them know Alfred is not going to win because the people them is not with him, they now move him. Because they don't count you people because you are black underprivileged people. So they look on, oh no, what can go so? Eh? The people them say me hear people say, I don't even want to call the man name out talk it, but the man them say Alfred Dawes didn't show up. He had no explanation, he had no apology, he just didn't show up. And see Mark Golden come in late there. So now you tell me how Vibes Kartel and Popcaan are going to save the PNP people. Wanna tell me? How is it when them are putting a paper so they get endorsement from Popcaan and Kartel? How is it that these political novices, and they're not bright either. They're not bright, honestly. Because if they were bright, certain things I see them do, them wouldn't do it. They may not know the basics of PR. They may not know the basics of politics. When you try, go into politics, you have to be so careful about what you call endorsement and what you see as endorsement. Eh? Uno might look and say, all right, Mark now go win. I am not saying that Mark now go win, guys. Just for clarity, I am saying they may be looking at it, saying that. So therefore, what they're going to do is look out for themselves by getting endorsement of dancehall people. Maybe that can carry them across. I don't think it's going to work. I don't think it's going to work. In my opinion, that I don't think it's going to work. Understand? You have to come with some substance. But the first thing that is working against you is your leader. You can go, you not see the woman, the psychiatrist just come out and talk. I this work against you. The man when rape black people, the man when disrespect people, shove out when he ready because you just not make it, you not top on Harris. You're a classist and probably racist too. And just because you see somebody married to somebody that's black, a non-black person married to somebody that's black, it doesn't mean that they love black people. They could just like or love the person that they're with, but that person doesn't represent the black race. In Mark Golding's case, I've never really seen him had much interaction with black people. I mean, he's the MP for a whole black constituency, and what has he done? He doesn't even spend time with the people. He doesn't spend time with the people. Once in a while, he would seem to the bare minimum, but he's not about that life. Simple. Kartel and Popcaan can't fix it. I'm sorry for telling you. Vin Edwards was a PNP stalwart, Elva. Astonishing how in 21st century Jamaica, you have a white English descendant of slave owners telling black Jamaicans to get wicked and the other black Jamaicans. Contempt of Jamaican people to the max. Not only that, strong link, but and guys, when strong link said that Mark Golding's family owned slaves, it's true. The research was done and we saw the slave papers. He won't have that conversation publicly. He won't categorically state, no, that's not true. He can't because it's true. But with that being said, may I wonder how PNP people them feel. The Alric, the Lawrence, how them feel. How them feel. If you know, say, in their own black country, when Englishman come and so viciously push them out and diss them up. Me that feel away. Because I live in America, which part majority are white people. And nobody can do me so. Nobody can do me so. When you listen to this video, guys, I'll be right back, okay?
Watching the whole drama unfold between Lawrence Rowe and the PNP just solidifies the fact that PNP is a little two-mouthed cutlass, even worse than Judas himself. And in my eyes, Mark Golding will forever be a little yellow belly rat. Because imagine, this man dedicated 20 years of his life serving his party faithfully, loyally, being the standard bearer for his community, to be discarded like trash, to be ousted like this, and watching his same leader get on stage and talk about, oh, a real man is in town, and being mocked by his leader and his predecessor that he was just warming the seat for them. The disrespect. I hope he goes Dracarys on their ass and burn everything to the ground. The whole Dolly house have to go mash down. Because are you insinuating that Lawrence Rowe isn't a real man? So basically, you're just admitting to the fact that he was just a pawn for you guys, right? So you pushed out the little sprat, the little small fry, if you give your big Tapanaris friend the position, the seat, whatever. But based on what merit? On what merit does McGregor deserve that seat over Lawrence? And I can only imagine the hurt Lawrence Rowe must be feeling at this time, the hurt and the betrayal that Lawrence Rowe must be feeling at this time, because imagine watching your own party turn on you, calling you a traitor, Judas, saying that you were unfit for the post. And I'm like, did you guys not know all of this before? Only literally try to buy out the man with $15 million. It's the same script all over again, because when Norman Horn blew the whistle on the thieves in his party for stealing the campaign funds, he had to request police escort, and him literally have to take time draw him and out a lion mouth. Young people who are interested in going into politics, I hope that you take this as a warning. As old people love to say, take sleep and mark death. The PNP has shown their hands. They have shown us they have no qualms in using whoever they feel is beneath them and have no power as pawns.
Wanna hear that, people? Wanna hear that? So this basically confirmed the truth that from PJ Patterson take over the PNP, alone destruction. The situation was she just about Norman Horn. And remember we didn't do Norman Horn? I mean, I know why Norman Horn was trying to come back in the folds of the PNP after what happened. But maybe because Peter Phillips was there, and Peter Phillips is a decent man, he probably did feel like, say, boy, maybe things changed. But Golding and Bunting gave him a rude awakening. The way they did Norman Horn, he got a rude awakening. Peter Phillips gone now. Are the crocodile them in charge? Or as July call them, the serpents have taken over. All of who never hear and know what that mean. I want to listen to this real quick.
Look on this. Oh God. Oh God, look on the PNP party where we work 49 years for. Look at what it has become, traitors, underminers, agent of the devil, the serpent that have taken over. You look there. And it is across the country that they did this everywhere. That them operate and function in the constituency, the PNP laws. Escape your God. The plan of seat, they then take away everything and lay down their hands. In a Manchester, Lord of see, in 3 weeks, a man come in there and beat them with my chest. They strategically strategize with the PNP, and them come go ask me, how we Jamaicans them do support we because we are work good. I know that you are the God of Isaac and Jacob and Esau. Your eyes roll to and fro the earth, and no evil has not escaped you, God. These people are evilous. And you said that you will compensate and reward the good, and you will always rebind and reward those who do wickedly. God, your word are true, for Titus said that it is impossible for you, God, to lie. Show these people that you are God Almighty, and I'm crying for my party, my 82-year-old party. This is what it has become, a laughing stock because of men who are jealous and greedy for power. I'll come to chastise we will be vindicated by history. Yes, that we are fighting for the souls of the PNP, and that those that hijack our party must pay dearly for it. Dearly, God, I call upon you, show them sign and wonders, for evil must be compensated. Yes, by your word is true, God. How could I see these people undermine the party? Here is the evidence. It's not anything that is made up. It is documented. It is in photograph. They can't deny them. The woman in the picture, there's a gulf. It is in photograph, the right. What a wicked set of people. And the Bible said that the wicked and the righteous can never walk together, because there's a gulf that is fixed between us. Yes, there's a gulf, for wickedness is on one side and righteousness is the other, and we can't cross the gulf. Like Davies and Lazarus, you think say it was heaven up above and down earth. The gulf means separation of evil and righteousness. God speaking a parable, that's what he meant. I am balling for my party. I cry tears, I'm on my knees. God, you say and you know the evil of these people. We would be the power today. Are they not undermine us? These people with the 20 years, 27, 26, 20 years, and you come tell me you must fall in line and you vex. Come on, God, I look to you and I call to you. Let there be example, because if we don't stop this now, another set of people is going to form another movement in the PNP when they don't get what they want. Yes, and lay their hand down make we lose. And perpetually we will be going on, and there will be no ending and stopping. But I know that this God that I serve, the Almighty God, is going to put an end to this evil. Amen. And I pray against disgrace. I pray against disappointment. I pray against failure. I pray against embarrassment. I pray against, oh God Almighty, mental disorder. I pray against confusion. I pray against mix-up spirit.
No, sir. Guys, the man who ball a while ago, the man say him give 40 years of his life to serve in PNP. I hear him say, the serpents have taken over him for talk, so. So if a man who did 40 years ago tell us them a serpent, then what are we the people supposed to say? Eh? No, sir. So this is what PJ Patterson presided over as the leader of the PNP for how long. PJ Patterson met the serpent them take root in the party, never expel them. Me see them expel man out of the PNP for less than this. So remember the 4 H's or the 3 H's, me don't remember how much of them. And they expel them because what? Them have a different ideology. And clearly you cannot go into somebody's party with a totally different ideology and expect to be accepted and cause rupture in there. If you have an ideology that doesn't align with the party, then you need to get out and go form your own. And the PNP, Norman Manley, them expel them man they out there. And PJ Patterson saw the serpents about to take over and lay dormant and make the serpent them take over. And now that's them party crash to the ground. Them not have no policy. Them not no sense. Psychiatrists are going to see them mad out. Now them want to come take set pan Jamaica and pan the Prime Minister. On a line, return to send down a wicked and serpent on must go. Make Jamaica prosper. Make Jamaica survive. Don't think so they can come use dancehall to come manipulate the people them. Uno and dancehall go away. Right you know, we not deal with dancehall, we are deal with the seriousness of the country. You hear me I tell you no? So all you hear them attack people. Uno look on this. If Jamaica people them really want to get rid of Andrew.
Look how you see it. Look how you look fresh. Fresh man. You look like you could have up on stage right now. Yeah, young dude, we never know such a young Mr. Woods. No, man, no older than you. Yes, that's Anyway, no, we'll be there at survey. Man, I'm glad to see that. Yes, really. I appreciate that. We appreciate it. You come as the man on the ground. Yeah. We're going to walk on the inside of the boat there. See this. Yeah. No, I heard you at the top. Yeah. And that's what we're doing. So we are here with all the agencies. I just want to make sure that everybody is working together. And they're gonna help. Yeah, man, we need it. So you're gonna see something. I believe it.
Well, I know me I say me can't touch me Prime Minister. I think we touch my hand.
So why wouldn't I touch your hand? I was wondering if you would touch my hand.
Are you look for me phone? I will upload me and run and walk off to me. My Prime Minister and me and some. Why me say never married me? Marry you.
Yes, people. If the people in Jamaica they want to get rid of Andrew like or the PNP, they must say. Me know Jamaica people stay now. Once Jamaica people them feel like say you are do them wrong, them a go hostile pan you, you know. Them a go confront you, you know. As so Jamaica people them stay, you know. And me never see Andrew go nowhere in a Jamaica and nobody a confront him in a one way where them want him for go on. Me know you nobody a say so. So you see when the election call, anyhow Andrew now win the election, a sabotage and get from labor right people them. And if labor right people them want a country to live in, and a country where makes sense, if we no go vote election day, dog and junk crab on them on a supper. Hello, good night.
Hello, good night.
Yes, you're alive.
Yes, I'm an ardent listener to your program. You bring some valuable information that helps me and many Jamaicans. I don't know what percent of Jamaican listening, but very good programming.
Thank you.
One fault I have with you, and I think you need to move beyond that. When you're talking about you don't afraid of nobody and nobody. That to me, that's trivial. You know, you just let the worthless people go, but then this ignore them.
No, I'm gonna say what, sir. With all due respect, I can say that if I want to overhear it, not hurt nobody, not hurt you, and no, I don't afraid of nobody, and that's what it is. If that offends you,
that's not called for.
Well, whether it's called for or not, if I feel like saying that, I'm gonna say that. I'm not a child. I don't need nobody coming to tell me don't say that. Like of all the things that has been said on this program, that's of importance. That is serious. Why are you being trivial, calling me saying don't talk about you're not afraid of nobody? I'm not afraid of nobody.
Yes, but you ignore those people because
I don't have to ignore. I don't have to ignore them. I can make that clear over here. That's if anybody come over here to start trouble, I don't afraid of them. That's it. I've been doing this for 16 years, sir, blogging. So trust me. Trust me. I am a master at this. But with that being said, sir, let me just allow somebody else to call. Thank you. Yes, if anybody else want to call, the phone line I got open for another 15 minutes. Guys, please hit the thumbs up and please make sure that you are sharing the content so that we can get the word out there. Yes. Ronnie Twait said the biggest transfer of wealth took place under the PJ Patterson regime. I never really seen nobody attack Ronnie Tweets for saying that. And I don't know why that is. Maybe you guys have an explanation for that. But I have been waiting for years to hear the PNP come out, come say, a lie Ronnie a tell, a Ronnie a wicked, a Ronnie a try make trouble. I have not heard them attack Ronnie Tweets on that. Is it because I think Ronnie is partially Englishman or no? Because you know how sometimes, and that's just the honest truth, that in Jamaica, sometimes people's skin color play a role in how they are treated. It can. It can. I've never heard the PNP come out and respond to that statement that Ronnie made. Does anybody know why? Very interesting. But the way how them a say the people them want to get rid of Andrew, I don't see the people them come out strong for Andrew. Me not see the people. We in the diaspora here, you know. We are having discussions and we are listening and we are paying attention. And we not hear nobody in the diaspora hostile upon the Prime Minister neither. And we not look upon anything as tribalist as a lot of people. I want to say something to Lawrence Rowe before the program end tonight. You see, Lawrence Rowe, first and foremost, I'm just going to say this. The reason why Lawrence Rowe is getting so much sympathy from people is because even though he may have undermined and sabotaged other people or another person, which is Imani, because that's what people are saying. And me hear the girl when named Tina Times, the one who always a tell lie on the Prime Minister in Jamaica. Me hear she say, everybody make mistake and they must say Lawrence this and Lawrence that, but suppose she for talk what Imani do. She. Some say what Imani do her. Somebody tell me say Imani send man go beat her. Me say, oh my gosh. Because she had take up for Lawrence Rowe. Anyway, the reason why Lawrence Rowe is getting so much sympathy from people is because Lawrence Rowe has not done anything worse than what Mark Golding and Peter Bunting did, right? Mark Golding and Peter Bunting wickedness coming from the 90s till now. What them do to Peter Phillips far more wicked. What them do to the PNP, I should say, under Peter Phillips' leadership is far more wicked. Them sabotage an entire party. When you hear the man a ball, when you hear July a ball, I said the serpents have taken over. So what them do, them not have no moral authority to discipline Lawrence Rowe. And that is why he's getting so much sympathy from people. Now, what I am going to say to Lawrence Rowe is this. You see, at some point in time, you kind of get a wake-up call. When you're in this kind of situation, you get a wake-up call, say, your country is more important than your party. Some people might not know that right off the bat, but somewhere along the way, they realize that your country is more important than your party. And I know that Lawrence Rowe has a lot of information on these people, right? Information that would prove to the nation and prove to us that they are not fit to lead Jamaica. What I would say to Lawrence Rowe is, if you have any information that can share with the Jamaican people, you see the psychiatrist came out in Parliament yesterday and said that their head is not good. So this should make you, Lawrence Rowe, feel like say you are doing the right thing. Whatever information that you have to share with the country, to protect the country from these people and their unpredictable behavior and what they did to you, you need to share it. You need to share it and do the right thing. See Dr. Langmore come out and do the right thing and tell the nation, say them is no good and they head down good and then can't make no good decision. You need to do the same thing if you are a patriotic Jamaican. I'm going to tell you this, Lawrence, if you never know. You see, if you never know, take it from me, because I not talk foolishness. You can seek political asylum. This is big. You go report to the heads of police. Them have your statement. If you say you fear for your life. Me put up one video a couple of days ago where them dep on the media. I say, them figure and lie to you. All kind of something. You understand? So you have the documentation for proof, say, you is in danger. Right? And any other evidence where you have, you can show it to the people them who you're seeking political asylum from. Don't afraid of them, my youth. As I say over here, so I'm not afraid of nobody. Don't afraid of them. I one life everybody have to live. And you see me, the way I look on life, are two things I would die for. I would die for my daughter, and I would die for what I believe in and die for the truth. That's how I look on life. That's why I'm not afraid of people. And the way in my line of work, I have seen people voluntarily take the route of departing this earth and not feel no way about it. I'm not afraid of death, you know. And that's why I move through the world like this. I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid of nobody. Nobody knows. No matter what them are going to come on media and say about me or what them are going to do or what, them can't scare me. And when you make that known, people are going to think twice to come after you when they know you're not scared. When they know that there's nothing they can do or say to intimidate you. So the man will just call a while ago to talk about that. It's not necessary. You can't tell me what to say or what to think, you know. I'm not idiot. Me not live all these decades because me an idiot. You hear? So just put that in your pipe and smoke it. If you don't want somebody to go tell them what to say or what to do, me not say I'm bigger than to take advice and them something there. I'm not. You understand? But advice that makes sense, yeah, bring it. But don't come to me with no damn foolishness. I am a grown woman. My pick me almost 18. So nobody come over here and tell me what to say. I'm with disrespect you. I don't want to do that. Now, talking about the mental fitness of these people. The leadership of the PNP, when you have people who follow somebody who is not mentally competent, you have to wonder about the mental fitness of those who following. Because as somebody like, we know Dayton can be no good already. Long time we talk so. But when you look on Damian Crawford, me have to wonder if him head good too. Him post this on social media. Campaign launch, St. Catherine General Secretary ready. Which part of Dayton ready? Eh? The only thing where Dayton ready for losing seat when lose and cannot go back down there. And even if the people in Westmoreland fool enough for sending back to Parliament, that is not going to change who Dayton is or how we view him. He hasn't done anything for the people and the constituency where he was before. He hasn't done anything. He has nothing to show. You see me? I know anything me get involved in, you know, because you see principle. You have to always stand on your principle, people. You can't make even your own family members, even your own picnic. You can't make people drag you down with them. I see my little girl, she walk a chalk line, you know. Me notice that about her, she have to walk a chalk line because she knows that if she don't walk the chalk line and she get in a certain problem, me is not going to be one of the mother them who will support her. Because me not going to put my life and my reputation on the line for nobody at all. Me I tell you the truth. So when we see some people were supposed to be who portray themselves as, you know, upstanding, smart people who are capable of leading this and leading that. And when we see how they make the Englishman now have no manners, no respect for nobody. Him just come and kick them way and diss them up on top of it. Same thing then do Norman Han, you know. One of them nights I can come over here and bring Norman Han letter. When you write upon them in a 2020. And all them trying to get lawyer for this him. And then owe the man $31 million and they don't want to talk to the man about all the man money I go. Them say they not owe him nothing. You see, say them wicked though. You see, say them a viper though and serpent as well, July say. Then basically tell Norman, say, look here, we never borrow no money from you, we don't owe you nothing. They're wicked, man. God Almighty, no. Me not stop talking. Me been talking it now for 4 consecutive years. So consistent. So consistent. And now we know. Psychiatrists come put some cement over it. That's all we need for hear. And all who have ears, if you don't want to hear, then, you know, so shall it be. Something is wrong. Fundamentally wrong. The PNP is trying to put a man to the country and to us. A man who is not mentally competent. A man who is not mentally capable to handle a country, its financial situation, its economy. He's just not capable, and the PNP expects us to accept that. I think it is a huge disrespect to the people. I think it is very evil. It's very evil. But this is a learning opportunity for our country, and I hope that history is being written. They've proved themselves time and time again. They're unfit in so many ways. They put the region, the Caribbean region, on edge by threatening food tax and food tariff. Because they know nothing about leadership. They know nothing about the economy. They know nothing about nothing. They are just a bull in a china shop who comes in our politics to knock it all down and sit in the highest office and in our finance ministry and get all the money they can. And this man told you, I forever show this every night. Never keep reminding you, know. And like I told you, they're trying to get Bunting in the finance ministry. And Arnold Bertram told you, this is unprecedented. You cannot put shareholders of the same privately owned investment bank in your finance ministry because they have the power to override certain things. Okay? Their business collapsing, losing 65.2% in earning, all sort of something. So they are underwater financially. We have been, when I say we, I mean me, Jamaica 411, Karen, everybody been telling you all this time, say them in financial difficulty and them in a problem. And you see it now? Honestly say a lie. Now wanna say what their purpose is. They want more money. They want to save their business and open more businesses, people them underwater. And as I say all the time, all who cannot hear is going to have to feel. Anyway, guys, this is gonna wrap it up tonight over here. I'm just gonna finish. I'm gonna play Dr. Longmore's statement once again, and we will catch up tomorrow. Okay, take care. Thank you for joining. Hit the like button and make sure you share our content. Thanks again. Take care.
The longest black democracy in Jamaica, in the world, should not have the possibility of that image being found. The possibility, whatever made him make that decision to do that, it causes me to question his capacity to make decisions as a leader. I am not talking about skin color. I'm not talking about the fact that he was playing a skit to remove the shackles of the God. No. This is the image that is embedded, that is there now for the world, for every generation. Can you imagine this now? We are going fully into being a republic. And this would be, this or the possibility thereof. And this would be the image that we would have of our Prime Minister, Mr. President, in knowing ourselves, we must know who we have at the helm of leadership. And I want each and every one of you over there to look at that and without any form of explanation, relate to your children that that is your leader? No, no. And so, Mr. President, and so, Mr. President, and so, Mr. President, and so, Mr. President, I see I have incited, I have incited a response because I am hitting truth.
The next PNP government intends to move Jamaica in the right direction.